a brand new experiment in GTA 5. Today we're going to truly see how far cars can very much go on a reverse staircase, because with each attempt the levels get harder and harder indeed. Watch the video till the end, leave a like, and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss new experiments!
Hi guys! As always, your favorite little penguin Koki is here with you. And today,
and a new experiment where we'll see how far cars can go down an upside down staircase. And most importantly, today the staircase isn't ordinary. It's filled with different challenges. So watch the video until the end, leave a like, and of course, subscribe to the channel for such an awesome collection of cars especially. Because today we have tiny mini bikes, incredibly fast supercars, rugged off-road vehicles, and of course, massive monster trucks. All of which we will be testing out in today's experiment. So write in the comments which car you think will make it to the finish and overcome all the tough challenges. Well, I suggest we start with the smallest car for today. This is a small remote-controlled car. Just look at how tiny it actually is. Seriously, it is about the same size as a shoe, probably. But that does not mean this little car won't make it all the way to the finish line. Although, honestly, I don't know, it looks really high and I'm actually kind of scared. Okay, let's go. Okay, carefully now. The most important thing is to go down and land perfectly. I really like the remote-controlled car. Its suspension is just amazing. It's small, yeah, but mighty, it handles everything just perfectly. Whoa, did you see that? That was just easy. Okay, let's go for maximum acceleration. And the most important thing is not to end up in that giant... We just flew off. The car turned out to be too powerful, and the farthest we managed to get was the orange level, and then, unfortunately, we fell. Well, it is totally fine. We are not upset at all, and we are moving right along, because next up we have a real high-quality BMX. And by the way, maybe this is a super cheaty BMX that can perform incredibly high jumps. Come on, let's check it out. 1, 2, 3, jump. That's exactly what I was talking about. Guys, right now we can just take off and glide straight to the finish. We don't even need to go through all the challenges. Look, see down there? There are some pits, hammers and stuff, but we're not interested in any of that. We just fly over everything. There's the finish line, see? We're even flying past the finish. We could even land on the chill area along the way, so to speak. I really like that you can glide in GTA. What is that anyway? It's just some kind of cheat superpower in this game. Can you imagine? I mean, we can just turn around on the bike, pick up speed like a jet, and fly across the whole map. Oh, perfect. And we can even turn around and fly straight into the ocean. I think this BMX is a definite winner and the first vehicle to complete this experiment. And it did it without even touching the steps of the staircase. I really like this run. We literally flew through everything to the finish in just a couple of seconds. By the way, we also have some more bikes, though they're unusual ones. This is a bike... Some kind of board, or what is this? It's a snowmobile. A bike snowmobile. A real one. Although we don't have any snow left. But okay, let's try to go through everything on this bike too. The most important thing is not to rush and not to fly off to the right or left. That would honestly be really disappointing because so far, not a single vehicle has even made it to the orange challenge. That's really sad. Okay, fine. The most important thing is that we're passing everything perfectly, and already... we're approaching the 10th level, the 10th step. It seems like just an ordinary staircase, but you go from the smallest level to the biggest one. But here, it's the opposite. And by the way, here come the first problems. We need to avoid them. These ones. Did you see that? Because right at the back we have... This is not just a regular wheel we are seeing, but an actual heavy-duty snowmobile track. We just got stuck in the snow and flew right off the course. That was honestly the saddest run I have ever had, and I really thought that at the very least we would manage to make it to the finish line, but it turned out we didn't even get close. Well, okay, it seems that standard two-wheeled bikes don't handle this terrain very well, but surely the three-wheeled ones should do a much better job than that, right? Right, so let's go test it. But for some reason, it won't start. I think it's because one of you hasn't liked the video. You've watched up to this point and still haven't liked this video. Well... how could you? Seriously, right now scroll down and on the count of 3. Come on, hit the like button right now. 3, 2, 1. Whoa, just look at that. It actually seems like our bike has finally started up. See, I told you before, it is definitely all about getting those likes. So if you forget to like, please don't forget. Because it really helps us get through these incredibly challenging and difficult experiments. Honestly, I truly think we could go at our absolute maximum speed. And try to fly straight from the very start to the ultimate finish line. Well, not on this bike, because it's extremely difficult to control. I can't even handle it in the air, so for now, let's just try to successfully make it to the finish from the start. Not fly there, just make it there at all. We are crawling to the finish line. That is exactly what I was talking about. We just took off and flew away. Will this race ever actually end today? Why can we not even make it to the end of this level? It is really sad. And this 3-wheeled bike turned out to be even worse than the 2-wheeled one. Well, alright. Luckily, we are moving on to real supercars now. And I really like this Porsche. It just looks absolutely gorgeous. It's like this is a real Porsche kitty now. It's Barbie. Look, it says Barbie on it. Hahaha. Alright, fine. It's a Barbie Porsche. But from the outside, it's not Barbie at all. Not Barbie at all. A cheater Porsche. Let's actually do it right on this one. Let's try to get maximum acceleration and fly all the way to the finish line. I'm not sure we'll manage it, but at the very least, it's worth a try. Let's get up to maximum speed and go. Woohoo! Alright, let's do it. The most important thing is not to fall right into the huge pit. No, I think we're flying straight into the pit. Perfectly. Please, no, that would be so sad. No, wait just a second. No, you have to climb. Come on, keep going. How is this even happening? I honestly don't get it. Seriously, guys, this just doesn't make any sense to me. I'm having such an unlucky run today, 100%. It's like every car just keeps falling over and over again. We can't even make it to the finish line. It's really sad. But on the other hand, it's actually really funny because when else are we going to fall into these pits so easily? It's just absolutely insane. Well, alright, we still have a bunch of awesome cheat cars, and I'm sure with those we'll be able to beat the challenge 100%. We've got a cheat Ferrari. Just look at it. First of all, it looks amazing, and second, it shimmers. That means 100% this car has to be super fast. So we accelerate and fly straight to the finish line. Now these pits aren't scary for us anymore. We clear everything perfectly, and we even fly over the red level with the hammers. The only problem is the purple level, and I think we might have a little problem, okay? Or maybe there's no problem at all. If every run we did was like this, it would be just incredible. We basically didn't even have to touch a single level. Perfect, we have 2 cheat cars at the finish line, and now let's go test them. The upcoming supercars, by the way, are not just standard supercars, but truly exceptional supercars. Leave a Lego like if you've ever had at least one Lego car in your life. I think absolutely everyone has. Everyone just loved it. Every guy and every young boy in his youth loved playing with Lego. I think it's just a legend, a classic childhood legend. And really, it is simply the magic of Lego. These days, they're not even making it just for kids. You know, like Hogwarts, those huge castles. You can even build the Titanic out of Lego. That's just incredible. I loved Lego. It's the absolute best. It's such a cool thing that even exists, you know. It really helps you relax. It's actually fun. Like, you just sit there and it's like an anti-stress. It really works. So, you can write in the comments which Lego. Did you ever have one of those sets? Because I clearly remember that I had a Lego submarine, a real one, really big, and I even had a massive ship. Can you imagine that? It was like a military one. I think it was a formidable warship, maybe an aircraft carrier or a heavy cruiser. I don't remember exactly, but it was really huge, maybe a full meter long. I actually spent about 2 whole weeks building it, and it was really intense work. And today we've got these impressive Lego cars. I'm very curious how long it took to build them, maybe a month or even longer than that. So please write in the comments if you've ever had Lego. I'd really love to read all about it. By the way, we're doing perfectly on the orange level. Well, almost perfectly. We're actually stuck right now. Okay, now it's the red level, and this is where the real problems start because there are these giant swinging hammers here. And if you don't get the timing right, we could just get flung off to the side. But luckily, so far, everything is perfect. I suggest we go full speed, and then those hammers definitely won't be a problem for us. Oh, perfect. And here we go. Phew, that's it. That was easy. Now, the hammers are super easy if the car is small. If it's some kind of monster truck, then yeah, that's different. Of course, we're going to have big problems because it's going to be pretty hard to get through there. Just like here, by the way. Look, the road here is really narrow. But the Lego car is so small that it just passes through perfectly, even at full speed. Everything's perfect. We're at the finish line. That's what I like. A car without any superpowers, but it still made it through perfectly without any problems at all. And by the way, we have another Lego car right here. And it's a Bugatti Chiron. It should be super fast. But you know what I suggest? Let's try a super cheaty tactic. Get up to maximum speed and try to fly straight to the finish line. I like this idea a lot more. Doing the challenges is cool, of course, but when the car is fast enough and we can skip half the map, why not? If it's not forbidden, then it's allowed. Right? Right. So we're going to get up to maximum speed and... No, stop! Not into the pit, not into the pit! Phew, perfect. If we had fallen into the pit too, that would have been just amazing. It would have been really funny. That would have been 2 cars falling into that pit at full speed already. Are we really about to do it in a second? Wait, easy. We saved it by just a millimeter. That was really close to a fail. But guys, we did it. And now we're going for maximum acceleration. And I think even at top speed, we'll just breeze through this. Whoa! Perfect. That's it, that was easy. 2 out of 2 Lego cars. Now that's really cool. I've never actually tested Lego cars in this specific experiment before, but it turns out they actually handle the challenge really well. Well, now it's finally time not for Lego cars and not for Lego supercars, but for real supercars from the future. Take a good look at this stunning Porsche 911 Turbo S. And it's not just any Porsche. You really have to check out that incredible tuning. It looks absolutely gorgeous. I don't even think it needs maximum acceleration. It'll get through everything as it is. Seriously, this car is so awesome that I think it'll handle anything perfectly. And look at the tires we've got here. They're made of metal. Or what is that? Oops. Yeah, the suspension on the Porsche isn't exactly super soft. It's not an off-roader. Come on, make it, please. No. Well, yeah. I miscalculated a little. Just a little. I rushed it and we just fell. That's really unfortunate. Unfortunately, the 911 Porsche couldn't quite handle this challenge and simply fell down into the pit. Alright, now we'll take a car from the future and we won't rush. Let's try to get through everything carefully. With the 911, we accelerated as much as possible and tried to fly over half the map. Let's give it a try. This is perfect right now. This is the real snail tactic. We're testing different tactics and approaches to see which works best. We'll go down each step carefully. Well, okay, going down every single one would be boring, of course, especially when they're this big. The very first steps here are probably just as tall as massive skyscrapers. Okay, let's take it really slow. Seriously, we definitely won't even rush at all. We'll fly over several levels at a time. We'll go around all the obstacles. And I'm really curious to test which tactic will work better. Is it when we hurry and just try to fly through half the map at high speed, getting through everything in our path? Or is it when we just take it slow? Seriously, using the deliberate snail-like strategy and overcome every single obstacle very slowly. So far, it really seems to me that the snail-like strategy is proving to be much more effective in the long run. Okay, perfect. Little hammers. You can actually get through the hammers quickly because they are very slow. Yeah, that's true. And right at that moment, the hammer hit me. Perfect. I think, oops, no. This car just isn't lucky. Every hammer hit us, but luckily didn't knock us off. All right, oh, perfect. Here we absolutely nailed the timing. And here, the most important thing is not to rush. This is the most difficult challenge. It might seem simple. You just drive straight and everything's fine. But if you even slightly hit the gas, you might get thrown to the right or left, and that's it. The car won't make it through. But luckily, we have a car from the future, and it gets through perfectly. Apparently, the snail tactic really works. And we're going to use this tactic for all the next cars, the snail tactic. And now we have the only supercar left for today. The last one and the smallest. It's a Ferrari. Honestly, I've never even seen a Ferrari like this before. This is some kind of Ferrari from the future or from the past. Honestly, I don't know. If you know, write it in the comments. But it really does look very cool. Like some kind of spaceship. Seriously. Alright, okay. We tested the snail car. Now let's test the car. I don't know which one. The car tactic. The car tactic. It would actually be really cool to test Sonic's car. But we have a Ferrari car and Sonic's tactic. There you go. Now for sure. That's it. Sonic's tactic. Let's go. So we're going to accelerate as much as possible and go through all the challenges as fast as possible, just like Sonic the Hedgehog. Whoa, perfect, we land. And here we pick up maximum speed to fly through everything at full throttle. We won't even brake. There we go, absolutely perfect. These deep pits don't scare us one bit, and these ones over here don't either. It's totally easy, so bye-bye. That's it, there's almost nothing left now. The hammers, perfect. I didn't even feel it, didn't even notice a thing. But right here, oh no, I got hit. Well, it's fine, we're moving on anyway. It's easy, but the car is starting to... No, please, no, yes, we made it. After all, this fast-paced Sonic strategy simply doesn't work. As the old saying goes, haste makes waste, and that's exactly how it is. So now we definitely won't be rushing anymore. Alright, the cars are definitely making it through, but this challenge is much tougher, and now we're moving on to real off-road vehicles. Now this already looks way cooler, because this is some kind of Corvette or something like that, honestly. I don't know the make of the car, but it's really quite tall. And that can only mean one thing. The suspension is going to work perfectly. And that's exactly what we need for this challenge because the car, first of all, jumps and falls down the stairs. The suspension absorbs the impact. All right, here we go. See that? We didn't even lift off the ground by a millimeter. That's perfect. I seriously like this. Look. Bam. See? Didn't even feel it. Perfect. And that means the car will also be even easier to handle. The main thing is that it's fast enough to fly through all the challenges. And it's handling them perfectly. I like this. It looks like in the very next episode, you and I really need to test out some serious off-road vehicles and massive monster trucks. Whoa. Come on. Or maybe we don't need to. How did that happen? We just went out there and failed once again? We were just incredibly unlucky. We had absolutely no luck at all. All right, let's move on to the next car. Apparently, the previous car just didn't have enough speed. And that's okay. Not every car has to make it to the finish line. Every car has its own pros and cons. Some are faster, some are slower, some have better suspension, some worse. But this car, honestly, I don't even know what it is. What is this thing? Just look at that incredible suspension. First of all, it works perfectly, and second, what is this thing? Is this some kind of swamp buggy? But unfortunately, or maybe even fortunately for us, we don't have any swamps around here today? Well, alright, let's see what this car is capable of. To be honest, I've never had the chance to test cars like this before, but at the very least, the wheels look really, really solid and massive. Oh, that's bad. What was that? It just threw me out. That's unfortunate. That's really unfortunate, guys. I can't control it. It just takes off on its own, or maybe it doesn't. Great. What is this thing, like a cuttlefish or a shrimp? How do you even control it? It's actually really heavy. And what's happening with it is just insane. Alright, carefully. The most important thing is to stay calm, quiet, careful. There, that's it. When we land exactly on the wheels, there are absolutely no problems at all. Look. But as soon as we even slightly touch the surface, if the body hits a step, it immediately starts flipping over, spinning, twisting, and falling in every direction. And we don't want that, so we're going to pick up as much momentum and speed as possible. And the most important thing is not to fall into a pit. That's bad. That is... Oh no, come on, swamp shrimp. That's it, the swamp shrimp flies through perfectly. Level 21. And now, the challenging red obstacle course with swinging hammers begins. Here, of course, we have big problems because the car is much bigger and taller. And it's incredibly simple for the hammer to strike the target. That is exactly why you need to catch the absolutely perfect moment. 1, 2, 3, and... Phew, that was really close. Lucky the last hammer. Okay, come on, no, stop. Psst. Stop, please just stop. Phew! That was super close. We almost fell. And here, look how narrow it is. There are literally only about 10 centimeters on each side. And if you happen to miscalculate, the car will simply fall down. And it is actually really quite hard to calculate because the wheels are, well, really, really thick. But I hope you and I can pull it off. Oh, easy. Come on, a little to the right, to the left, please. Swamp critter! No, it just took a wrong turn and suddenly fell down at the very last level. That is literally exactly what I was talking about. Anything can happen, guys. Maybe it'll make it to the finish, maybe it won't. Or maybe it'll fall at the very last level. It's really a shame, but this car doesn't make it to the finish line. In the meantime, we are currently down to only 2 massive monster trucks left in the competition. And I suggest starting with the smallest. Although, if you look at it this way and compare it to a regular car, it's not small at all. This is a real tank, some kind of... It has 8 wheels and even a flamethrower, can you imagine? Green! This is certainly something else. A real kind of military vehicle. Alright, let's go put it to the test and see how it performs. Honestly, I don't know how well it will handle the challenge, but I think there's absolutely no way it'll make it through the last level simply because it is just far too big to fit. But first of all, we should at least try to reach the last level. So, right now we're going to get up to our maximum speed. Here we go. And at least try... First of all, we really need to get through the orange level. Alright, that is perfect. Now let's slow down just a little bit. It's impossible to control, it's really heavy. But still, we managed to get past the first pit. Let's get up to maximum speed and try to jump over 2 at once. Come on. Wow. That was a really bad idea. A really bad one. Man, that was such a bad idea. Well, and the last car for today is a Ferrari. Yeah, and not just any Ferrari, but a Ferrari monster truck. The biggest Ferrari SF90 ever. And it even has a turbo booster. See, we've got a turbo booster, so what are we gonna do? We're going to get up to maximum speed and try to fly through this challenge in the Ferrari with the turbo booster. I think this is gonna be really hard because the car is super huge and... But our problem isn't even the pits. Our problem is landing perfectly. Otherwise, this happens. That's exactly what I was talking about. We just end up falling straight down. Although, on the other hand, it's a Ferrari. The biggest Ferrari with a turbo booster. Look, here's what we can do. We just land, you and I. Yeah, if only we could land this Ferrari. It bounces around like a rubber ball. On the count of 3, we'll hit the turbo boost. Ready? 1, 2, 3. And we just fly straight to the finish line. We've been flying for about 5 minutes now, and the flight is proceeding normally. Okay, yo! I wonder if this is actually possible or not. I feel like this is kind of a cheating method, and you probably shouldn't do it, but why not give it a try anyway? The car has turbo boost, and basically we can fly the entire distance to the finish line. Honestly, I think it's cool, but counting this car as a winner still feels somewhat unfair and questionable to me. Oh, perfect! Especially since it can't get through here, or can it? Oh, it actually made it through. Okay, the most important thing is 5 cars definitely make it to the finish line, and this giant Ferrari using a cheating method, well, okay, it also makes it to the finish line. After all, the most important thing is if you enjoyed this video and even laughed at least once while watching it, please be sure to leave a like, subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to hit the bell so you don't miss out on any new awesome experiment videos just like this one. Well, as always, it was me, your favorite penguin, and we'll see each other again.